Well, the past few weeks have been a roller coaster for the stock market and investors. With Donald Trump's on again, off again tariff strategy, many investors are concerned. So how can you minimize your investment risks while maximizing your returns? Here to discuss from Everything Financial is Peter Sashecki. Good morning, Peter. Good to see you.
Good morning.
So Donald Trump will be revealing his tariff plan after the markets close today. But do we have a sense of what we can expect to happen, what investors might be seeing? More of the same roller coaster ride?
More of the same, and it's been a roller coaster, but really if you look at the past month or two almost since this has started, it's the worst thing for investors, a flat market. It's up, down, but if you look at where the market is now, where the market was a year ago, let's just say, it's about the same. It's marginally up, and it's better to have, like, is the market really down, or because that's opportunity to buy,
so true,
or is the market really up? But this is just much to do about nothing, because these things happen 4 times a decade. If you look at the past 70 years.
And we have examples of that too.
Yeah, we do. And it's always, this is the worst time since, that worst time last week, or that worst time 6 weeks ago, and so on. Like, look at 2000. You had .com, you had Iraq, Iran, the Desert Storm, you had the World Trade Center. Like, in a 3-4 year period, you had that. You had Cuban Missile Crisis, a whole bunch of other things in the 60s. We were quite young then, so we don't really, we know about those things. I wasn't alive in the Cuban Missile Crisis. Neither was I, actually.
Was I, Peter.
You had in the 70s, you had Carter with bad policies and the gas shortages, and before that you had Nixon and his tariffs. Like getting into it, there's charts out there you can go on the internet and look at this. Every 10 years, there's 4 or 5 of the next big crisis. And this one is actually, in the grand scheme of financial matters, is quite small compared to a lot of other ones. And a lot of economists, now that they're looking at it, are going, it's not that big of a deal.
Okay, so that's in the grand scheme, big picture, but investors are still worried about what's to come. And this is where having a portfolio manager really comes in handy.
Combination, right, Carrie? Portfolio manager, but a full financial plan, a real financial plan, designed by a fiduciary, so they have your best interests in mind. Not an investment plan, not an insurance plan, not a tax plan, a full, real financial plan that encompasses all those things, because then you plan for worst case scenarios. You plan for a bump in the stock market. You plan for high inflation. And when these things happen, you go, big deal. I've already priced that in. I've already planned for some worst case scenarios. And when these things happen, it's just another day, because you're planning not for this week or last week. You're planning for the next 10 years, 12 years, 15 years on the big picture with a proper game plan.
Yeah, portfolio managers look at the volatility that could be coming down the pipe. So what does a sound financial plan look like? I
mean, it encompasses everything. A sound financial plan, first off, when you start off, it gives you a picture of exactly what your situation is today, where you are. You have to have some goals and direction for the person who's designing the plan on where you want to be, and it'll give you a roadmap of how much am I on my way to that plan.
Where am I now on the road?
Where am I now, and what do I need to do? What strategies do I need to implement to get there? And then the next level of the plan will be, if you do this, or whatever, here's how you reach your goals. But that's all great. And that all sounds fine and everything else. But the big key is, every year, or if you have a major financial change in your life, in your situation, whether it's work or home or whatever the case may be, you need to review that plan to make sure you're on track. Because if you do a really good plan, you put it in the drawer, and you don't look at it for 5 or 6 years, and who knows what's changed, it's completely out to date.
All right, so you got to check it, rework it, adjust it as you go.
Yeah.
At least you're on the right path.
Exactly.
On the right road.
On the right road works, and you're constantly up to date. And these things are just news items that don't really cause you to lose sleep.
Yeah, that's what people want, is not to be able to have to lose sleep over things. Peter Sashecki, Everything Financial, thanks so much for joining us with your perspective. Appreciate it.